Lorenzaccio horse. Lorenzaccio foaled 1965 was a British thoroughbred racehorse and sire. As a racehorse, he was best known for his upset victory over the Triple Crown winner Nijinsky in the 1970 running of the Champion Stakes. In 4 years of racing, he also won the July Stakes, Prix Jean Prat, Prix Quincey and Prix Foy, as well as being placed in several other important races. At stud, he was best known as the sire of the outstanding breeding stallion Ahonoora. Background: Lorenzaccio was a chestnut horse standing 16.1 hands, high-bred by Captain D. Rogers. His sire Clairon was a top-class racehorse whose win included the Poule d'Essai des Poulains in 1955. Apart from Lorenzaccio, he sired the Ascot Gold Cup winner Shangamuso and Prix Jacques Le Marois winner Luthier. Clairon was a representative of the Byerly Turk sire line, unlike more than 95% of modern thoroughbreds, who descend directly from the Darley Arabian. Lorenzaccio's Dame Fonissa was a moderate racehorse, but was a half-sister of the Man o' War Stakes winner Tudor era. As a granddaughter of the broodmare Genidang, Fonissa is also closely related to the Irish St. Leger winners Barclay and Christmas Island, the Japanese Classic winners Miss Onward and Chitose O, and the July Cup winner Thatching. Lorenzaccio was acquired by Charles St. George, the chairman of Lloyd's of London, and sent into training with Noel Merlis at his Warren Place in Newmarket, Suffolk. During Lorenzaccio's time with Merlis, the trainer won his 6th, 7th and 8th British Trainers' Championships. Racing career: 1967–1969, earlier career. As a 2-year-old, Lorenzaccio was highly tried, running in several of the most important races for juveniles in England and France. He recorded his only success in the July Stakes over 6 furlongs at Newmarket Racecourse. Ridden by the Australian jockey George Moore, he started at odds of 5/1 and won from the filly Last Shoe. Colt then travelled to France, where he finished 3rd to Zedon in the Prix Robert Papin at Mason's Lafitte Racecourse in July and 2nd to Madina in the Prix Morny at Deauville in August. In autumn he returned to Britain, where he ran twice at Doncaster Racecourse, finishing 2nd to Cheb's Lad in the Champagne Stakes and 4th behind Vaguely Noble in the Observer Gold Cup. In 1968, Lorenzaccio's best performance came in France, when he became the first foreign-trained horse to win the Prix Jean Prat over 1,800 metres at Chantilly Racecourse. In Britain he finished 3rd behind World Cup and Wolverhollow in the Queen Elizabeth Roman II Stakes at Ascot Racecourse in September. Lorenzaccio failed to win as a 4-year-old in 1969, but ran well in several major races. At Royal Ascot in June he finished 2nd to Camendou when carrying top weight in the Royal Hunt Cup. In September he ran in La Coupe de Mason's Lafitte and finished 2nd to Carabas, a horse who went on to win that year's Washington, D.C. International Stakes. At Newmarket in October he finished 3rd to Flossie and Park Top in the 10-furlong Champion Stakes. 1970. 5-year-old season. Lorenzaccio reached his peak as a 5-year-old in 1970, when he was mainly campaigned in France. In the early part of the season he won the Prix Prince Chevalier over 2,000 and the Prix de Feuillus over 1,600, both at St. Cloud Racecourse. In August he was ridden by Lester Pigot as he defeated Monticello and Prudent Miss to win the Prix Quincey over 1,600 at Deauville. In September, Lorenzaccio was moved up in distance to contest the Prix Fox over 2,200 at Longchamp Racecourse. He was again ridden by Pigot and won from the Gran Premio di Milano winner Beaugency and the leading German filly Schönbrunn, winner of the Prix de Diana and Grand Prix de Deauville. On his last European start, Lorenzaccio ran in his 2nd Champion Stakes at Newmarket in October. The favorite was the outstanding 3-year-old colt Nijinsky, who had become the first Triple Crown winner for 35 years and beaten older horses in the King George VI and Queen Elizabeth stakes. Although he had been narrowly beaten by Sassafras in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe, Nijinsky, ridden by Pigot, was expected to redeem his reputation and started at odds of 4/11, while Lorenzaccio, ridden by Jeff Louis, was a 100/7 outsider. In what was considered a huge upset, Lorenzaccio took the lead in the final quarter mile and stayed on strongly to hold off the challenge of Nijinsky to win by 3/4 of a length. Lorenzaccio's connections then accepted an invitation to run in the Washington, D.C. International Stakes at Laurel Park Racecourse. Racing over 1.5 miles, he finished fifth behind the American turf champion Fort Marcy. Assessment. In 1970, the Independent Timeform organization gave Lorenzaccio a peak rating of 138 pounds behind Nijinsky and 3 behind the top-rated older horse Ballader. Stud career. Lorenzaccio was retired from racing to become a breeding stallion. He was not considered a great success and was exported to Australia in 1977, where he was based at the Dawson Stud near Cootamundra, New South Wales. It was after Lorenzaccio had left Europe that his son, Ahonoora, emerged as a leading sprinter, winning the William Hill Sprint Championship in 1979. Ahonoora went on to become an exceptional breeding stallion, siring Park Appeal, Park Express, Don't Forget Me, Indian Ridge King's Stand Stakes, leading sire, Dr. Devious, and Inchiner, sire of Notnokato. Ahonoora is largely responsible for the survival of the Biarelli Turk sire line at the highest level in Europe. Lorenzaccio's other notable winner included the 3-time American steeplechase champion Zaccio and the Victoria Derby winner Brewery Boy. Pedigree. References